guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Sophie and I'm a traditional artist living in the southwest of England, and I run a small business turning my art into largely stationery based products such as prints, bookmarks and stickers. And I've been documenting my whole journey here on YouTube, right from starting my business, launching it, and now where it is on Etsy. And I am going to be documenting pivoting my business. I chatted about it last time in my studio vlog, and it is something I'm going to be documenting largely going from January onwards, because the second half of this year, this last quarter, I'm going to be focusing on trying to sell off all of my old stock basically before starting afresh with some really new and exciting ideas. Now, if you're new here, I am also a mum to a 3-year-old little boy, and I also work part-time in a school. So I do both those things alongside running my small business. And so I have limited time here in the studio, which is the box room of our house. So I have a few hours in the studio today and also tomorrow afternoon as well. So priority right off the bat is to get my Peachtober prompts done. So I am taking part in the daily art challenge of Peachtober, which is run by Furry Little Peach, Sean. I will tag all the details down below if you want to jump on the challenge too. It's daily art challenge with prompts to draw each and every day of October. This is probably my 3rd year taking part, I think. Now, it is Saturday, the 4th of October, and I have not drawn my prompt for today yet, and it's already almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we need to draw the prompt for today. I need to get uploaded to Instagram, and I'm also filming for YouTube as well as shorts as well for the whole challenge. So I'm hoping to actually maybe even get 3 prompts done today, just so it takes the pressure off the rest of the weekend and Monday. Do 3 prompts at a time. This is what I'm trying to do. So my first 3 prompts are here in my sketchbook. I think it was acorn, kite and slug. And I've been challenging myself. I always try and use like limited art supplies, and I've been using some dual art markers. I swatched these in my last studio vlog, so I'm just using the art markers for this challenge. So I think that's the first thing we'll do today. Other things we need to get done. I sell my products in a physical shop, and I'm going to be doing a full autumn themed shelf. I need to make up some autumn sticker packs for that, maybe do some little stationery bundles. I've got some new displays that I want to try out to kind of zhuzh up the shelf a little bit. When I go back downstairs later on this evening, I'm going to be decorating my house for autumn, so I might share that a little bit with you as well. And then tomorrow we need to focus on getting a Christmas tree ornament ordered. It's going to be my very first Christmas tree ornament, and although I am winding down my old stocks, I'm not really wanting to order new stock just yet, because I'm going to, like I said, be pivoting the business. I do want to do a tree decoration, but here's the thing, I haven't actually drawn the design for the tree decoration, so we need to paint and go over the top, because I do a lot of mixed media. I'm thinking of an image of a dove to carry on with my Birds of the Bible series that I've been doing. Last time we were together, we painted the sparrow. Here's my sparrow. I've already done a background for the dove, so we need to paint that on there. But I think that might be a tomorrow job. I think if we start off with Peachtober now, because that's the priority, needs to get it done and uploaded as soon as possible. And then maybe we'll look at the sticker packs for the rest of today. And then tomorrow, when we have a good chunk of time, we can do the dove and hopefully get the decoration ordered. And I'll be able to unbox that decoration with you in the next studio vlog. Let's crack on with Peachtober before we get any further.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just 2 hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. find myself wondering, what did happen to the last 10? I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be.
Okay, so Peachtober prompts are done. It's really hard. I'm not 100% happy with them, and I don't like putting work out that I'm not 100% happy with. I can't decide whether or not it's the pens. Probably the pens, because they are a cheap replica of famous markers. Or this paper generally holds up pretty well. I do a lot of mixed media in it. Like I said, I did the Sparrow last time, which was acrylics with pencils over the top. It generally holds up really well, but you would have seen in the clips that I've just shared. By the way, that's in portrait because I'm using it for reels and shorts. But you can see all the fibers of the paper starting to come up. This is a Collins and Davidson sketchbook. I don't know if you can see the embossing there. Generally, I would recommend it. It's quite a cheap sketchbook. I thought I'd try a cheap sketchbook this time, because sometimes when I use like my Strathmore ones, I get a bit precious over it. Like every piece of my sketchbook has to be amazing. I think if you get a cheaper one, you're not so precious and you're more happy to play a little bit. And that's what I've been doing with these markers. I really wanted to keep it simple for this Peachtober prompt, but the markers are not blending well. It is buckling the paper, and also I've got a lot of bleed through, which I don't necessarily mind, because I've known when I've used my pro markers in the past, there's a bleed through, but not happy. I don't like putting stuff out that I'm not 100% happy with, but equally, I'm an equally stubborn person. So when I have said that I am going to be doing Peachtober and I will be using these markers for Peachtober, I'm going to carry on anyway. So I am going to schedule these posts. So these will be going on social media for Peachtober. So I've got the next 3 days. I've got gingham, poppy, and it was rings, but I've done the rings of Saturn rather than like a ring that you wear, as a bit of a play on the word. So I will schedule these, and I will have a think about what I want to do. I want to carry on with Peachtober, even though, do I really have time to be doing Peachtober? No. The good news is I've just been accepted onto another market, which is very, very exciting. It is an online Christian market. I didn't think I would get accepted. It wasn't a complicated application, but they asked for a lot of information, a lot of examples of your work. I just didn't think I'd get accepted. So it's a bit of a confidence boost that I've been accepted. Downside is it's the same weekend as the online eHearts market as well. So I'm going to have to be very careful how I juggle my social media, just making sure that I promote both online markets that I'm taking place with, and hopefully people don't get too confused. But that means there's a lot of work to be done. So do I really have time to do Peachtober? No, but I am stubborn and I am going to carry on. But I may be changing the medium that I use. I might be going maybe some pro markers. I might use pro markers instead, or coloured pencils. I don't want to go to digital. I want to stay traditional. But yeah, I'm going to have a think of it. But at least I've done it for now. So next we need to concentrate on the sticker packs and trying out my new display stands that I've got for the physical shop that I also stock in. I'm going to be going down on Tuesday to restock my shelf, make it fully autumnal. Want to have lots of autumn stock down there because I really want to get rid of the autumn stock that I've got. Like I said, this last quarter is all about stripping the shelves bare, selling it off as much as I can, making enough money to then realize my new financial and product dreams of the business going forward. I can't wait to share it with you, and I'm really sorry that I'm being really vague, but all will be revealed soon. But so let's start with the sticker packs. I don't have that much longer up here today, but I would really like to get that done so tomorrow we can fully focus on this Christmas tree decoration. Yep, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave all of the market stuff because I've just been accepted on this market. I really want to just go full force planning with that, but I need to focus on this first because I want to launch the tree decoration at these markets. And if I want to launch it, I need to have it here physically, which means I need to order it, which means I need to create the art for it. Yeah. So we're going to park all the craft fair stuff or online market stuff for now, even though that's what I really want to do. That will be next time's video. Today, we will get the autumn stuff ready. We'll make some sticker packs together, maybe chat through my thoughts on the shelf layout. And yeah, I'll check back in with you at some point. Lots of things to do. My mind is racing. Stop procrastinating, Sophie, and just get on with it. Okay, so I think I'm going to call it for a day up here today. I'm really happy with the autumn bits that I got together there. If you're interested, both of those sticker packs and the bookmarks and prints are actually all available on my Etsy store. Everything bar the pens. So if you want to get your own sticker pack or prints, they are still available on the shop. I'm selling them on the shop as well as in the physical shop. So if you want to check out my Etsy, it's down below. Get them while you still can. In the new year, they won't be available. I'm going to be doing a huge clearance sale in January. After that, I'm going to be discontinuing all of these products. So if you have your eye on anything, get it while you can. So it's 4:30 now. So I'm going to go back downstairs, be with my husband and little boy, get ready for tea. And this evening, I'm going to be decorating my living room for autumn, getting all cozy. And then tomorrow, obviously we've got church in the morning, but after lunch I'll be back in here where we'll be painting a dove together and hopefully sending off for the tree decoration. Really super excited. Sorry this is a bit of a bitty vlog, but I've kind of tried to get things all ready before doing the big Christmas fairs prep. Like I said, I've got the eHearts market. I've now got this online Christian market, and then we've got our own physical in-person craft fair at my church that me and my husband organise. So if you're new here, we organise one in the summer, and I documented the whole process of us running our own craft fair for the very first time. So we're going to be doing that again, but for a Christmas one. So things are really, really busy. So I'm trying to tie up the last of the kind of autumn bits before going full on Christmas mode. And like I said, everything in mind of trying to get rid of as much stock as possible to start afresh. So I will see you again tomorrow, where we will be making our tree decoration. So excited. Okay, guys, so it's now Sunday, it's the next day, and you would have seen it got all cozy downstairs yesterday evening, decorated it for autumn. It's really lovely having like my son's little artwork out along with other cozy bits. We don't celebrate Halloween because we're Christians, however, you can still celebrate autumn and the harvest and being grateful and thankful for everything God has blessed us with. So, yeah, really lovely time of year. I always love this time of year. I love the colours and the golds and things like that. And thinking of gold, so today is all systems go on the dove painting for our tree decoration. And I want to incorporate gold. I've got my Winsor and Newton ink out. I think I'm going to splatter a little bit of gold in the background. As you would have seen yesterday, I'd already painted the blue background. So I'm going to sprinkle some gold bits over there. Then we're going to paint our dove, do a little bit of mixed media, so acrylic base, and then I think we'll go over the top with some coloured pencils. I'm thinking of doing like some mistletoe around the edge, make it really, really pretty. And my idea is for this piece, it will be also a print available in my shop. But it's going to be on a tree decoration, and I need to get the tree decoration ordered today so that it's got plenty of time to be manufactured before both the eHearts market and the Christian online market that I'm going to be taking place with. And also a couple of weeks after those markets take place, I've got my physical in-person market at my church that we're organising, and I want to sell it there as well. So lots of things to think about, but I need to crack on and get this dove painted and hopefully get that all done this afternoon. Fingers crossed, God willing. So let's get going. Okay, so I planned to do my usual style of mixed media like I have done with all my other birds of the Bible. Um, but I really like the looseness of this, and I'm in two minds what to do now. Do I do anything to it, or do I just leave it? I think I'm just going to leave it. It's not fully dry yet because I've literally just finished it in real time. I just showed you. But here it is. I don't want to pick it up too much. So, like the sparrow that we did last time together, um, it looks really good with the pencils over the top. And generally, I do that. But I just love the looseness of it. I love how the blue background is showing through as like the shadow. And you saw that I did I kind of did it a bit backwards, really. I did the blue background and then I splattered the gold ink over the top. And then I did the blue background is just acrylic. And then the gold ink is the Winsor & Newton ink that I showed you. And then I used my Posca pens to do the mistletoe around the outside. And then I did the dove last. When I was painting the dove, I realised that I did the gold splatters first because I didn't want to do it last and ruin the dove. But of course, then I had to try and either paint round it or incorporate the gold into the dove. You would have seen that I did mix in some of the gold because they were actually in places where there was shadow anyway, so that actually worked quite well. So I've left some of the splatters and mixed in some of them. I did have to go over a few of the Posca lines afterwards because it merged with the paint. But yeah, so I kind of did it all a bit backwards. I was regretting my life choices halfway through, but now I was all ready to go then back in with my coloured pencils to kind of refine it. But I love the looseness, and I think I'm going to leave it as it is. It wouldn't work with the other birds of the Bible, so I think because I'm thinking of revisiting this project next year to add more birds into the series and have like a really full range of birds, and then turn them into like a repeating pattern for like washi and things like that. Washi tape notebooks, do a print with all of the birds of the Bible on with like the Bible verses and things. I'm going to revisit that project next year. So I think I would have to redo the dove if I wanted to feature the dove in that, because it's really not in the same style as, like I said, the sparrow, the eagle that I've done. I've also done a raven in the series. It's really not in the same style. But for this, I think it's beautiful actually. Yeah, it's really loose. I really love the marks that you can see from the paintbrush. I really like it. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try putting it onto the computer, seeing how it looks, and seeing how it looks on the template for the tree decoration. But I think I'm going to have it like this. And also maybe we could try printing just on normal paper, not on my textured paper. Maybe I might try it on my textured paper to see what it looks like as an art print, because we want to do an art print as well as the tree decoration. Maybe we'll do that now, and we'll decide 100% if we want to leave it like this or whether we want to go over it in pencil. I'm really excited because it's something really, it's not particularly my art style, but I really like it. And I now I'm thinking, oh, I really like this, so I want to try and replicate it in other things. And you know, when you really like something in traditional art and you try and replicate it, you can never really get that essence again. Yeah, must have been the Holy Spirit, must have just taken over in this painting of a dove. Really, really happy. I really surprised myself. Yay, it's like total contrast. And this is the thing with that, isn't it? Yesterday I was really, really struggling with my Peachtober prompts. It wasn't going how I wanted it to, it wasn't turning out how it was in my head. It felt like I was creating really poor art, really. And then today, like night and day, completely different, but like producing a piece of art that I'm sitting back and thinking, wow, I did that. Just goes to show, if you're an artist out there and you're watching this and you're having a bad art day, so was I yesterday, and then the next day it could be completely different. So don't give up, keep going, because yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? The life of an artist. As always, I'm giving you the unfiltered look. I could have so easily have scrapped the footage from yesterday and not included it and just included this really nice painting. But no, I give you the truth here. Let's scan this into the computer. Let's try and print it, I think, first as a print, see what it looks like. And if I like it, I'm going to go ahead with this piece and turn it into an art print and a tree decoration that will be launching for the markets taking place on the 1st of November. I don't know if I meant to. The Christian art market is going to be taking place on the 1st of November. I told you that. I don't think I'm officially allowed to announce the eHeart market because that's over a couple of days, but you can kind of work it out now. Yeah, let's scan this onto the computer. I'm so excited. Okay, so I just ordered the Christmas tree decoration. So I printed off the print, as you would have seen. So first just on just normal A4 printing paper, and then I printed it on my textured watercolor paper that I use for printing. And I just love the colors. I love how it turns out. So I've decided this is going to be, so normally a lot of my prints, well, I think virtually all of them except for the B print, are available in either A4 or A5 on my shop. But because of the shape of this one, I'm going to make it into a square print. So I'm going to cut this down. But look, I don't know if it's picking up the texture of this paper. It's beautiful texture. And I just think it looks lovely on this paper. I love the subtlety of it. I'm so glad I didn't go over in the pencil because I think I would have ruined the energy of the piece. Yeah, I really, really love it. So I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to turn this into a square print, which will be available on my shop from the 31st of October is when it's going to go live. And let me just turn you around now so that you can the circle design that I've created, which is going to be an acrylic tree decoration. So I've sent that off now. It looks a bit greeny on the camera, but the background is still blue. That has been ordered. I have ordered it literally just now. So it reckons it should be here by, so it's the 5th of October now. It should be here by the 22nd, which is great because gives me time to photograph it. I'm going to get some ribbon to go in the top and it's going to be sold in an organza bag. I've only ordered 20. My feeling is that if they sell out in the online markets, I can order more to go in the physical shop. I won't have any more for the in-person market, unfortunately, if they all sell out that first weekend, because it's not long until so the online market is like kind of like the weekend of the 1st of November, and my in-person market is on the 15th. So if they sold out that weekend, I wouldn't have enough time to make any more, but I would have enough time to make more for the physical shop. I don't want to end up with loads of stock. If I really like the design, I will probably order more next year, and then maybe add another design to it. Who knows? But I don't want to. This is my first time ordering an acrylic decoration. I don't know if the design that I've sent is how it's gonna transfer to acrylic. So I don't want to end up with loads of stock. I almost ordered 50, but instead I just went for 20. Play it a little bit safe because as it is, I'm trying to sell off old stock. I don't want to end up with more stock I've got to try and get rid of. But I'm so excited. Now that's all come together a lot quicker than what I anticipated. And I still have about half an hour left here in the studio before I need to go and rejoin my family. So I'm trying to think of a really effective use of time. My printer's about to run out of ink. Otherwise, I would have printed some winter prints. What to do? I'm gonna have a think. and I'll come back and chat to you again in a second. Okay, so I've had a little think, and I got these in the sale after last Christmas, these photo baubles. I don't know if you can see, and I didn't know what I was going to do with them, and I just thought I've just printed off my circle dove design, and I'm going to have a go at putting them in these baubles. The last half hour of the day up here, I'm going to see if I can make some bauble versions of the doves. Now, unfortunately, I won't be selling these on Etsy just because it would be too difficult and too expensive to package and sell, whereas the acrylic ones are flat, so easier to post. But I thought these might be good to have in the in-person market, especially best case scenario if all 20 of my acrylic designs sold out on the online markets. It'd be great to have some of these. So in the last bit of today, I'm going to have a go at seeing if these work, if I can put these in and see whether or not they look any good. If not, it's not the end of the world. I got these in a sale. They weren't very expensive, but seeing as I've got a little bit of time today, let's have a go at that before it's back to mum life. Okay, so that was like a nice little bit of fun making these decorations. They're not the best quality, so it was just a bit of fun for the rest of the afternoon, and I'll sell them for cheap on my in-person market. It was just a way of using sale items, really. But we're back on the computer decks because already I've got my proof back for my tree decoration, and I just want to share it with you before I end the vlog. So I'm just going to quickly turn around the camera. Look, there it is. So it's going to be 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters, not too big, but I just think it's beautiful. And you can see the little hole there at the top, where I'm going to thread the ribbon. Yeah, so it's going to be a round acrylic tree decoration. I'm just really, really happy with it. To share that with you before I ended the vlog. Yeah, I can't believe it came back so quickly. Yeah, oh, I'm a bit in shock. Let me just approve this one and I will close out the vlog properly for you. Right, thank you for joining me for the last 2 afternoons. The last couple of year vlogs have been a bit bitty, but it's all because we're in the run-up to the busiest time in any small business, well, busy time of the year for anyone really, but especially for small businesses. The next vlog that you're going to see is I'm going to document the whole run-up and the market itself. My experience of running 2 online markets on the same day. Insane, but there we are. Like I said to you before, I didn't actually think I'd be accepted on the other one, so I'm going to share the full run-up. We've got lots of things to make. I've got new mystery bags. I'm upgrading my packaging for my mystery bags. I'm going to be doing some bigger mystery bags, including like notebooks and those things. I'm going to be printing off some new art prints. We're going to be making gift sets, stationery bundles, all that jazz in the run-up to the markets. And I'm going to film the markets itself. And then afterwards, I'm going to share with you the stats. As you know on this channel, I'm always completely transparent with how much I make. So I'm going to share with you how much I make in each market and we'll compare the two. So that's going to be the next vlog you see. And then the one after that is going to be my in-person market, the market that me and my husband are organising ourselves. Again, I'll share with you the whole process, and I'll share with you how much we made afterwards. So we've got some really exciting ones coming up. So please hit that notification bell and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Lots of exciting videos. And at the end of this year, in the December video, I will be deep diving into what I mean by pivoting my business. I've been a bit vague, but I'm going to be discussing with you all of my thoughts. I'm going to probably have some samples of some new products to show you in that video. Really, really exciting times, and I can't wait to take you on the journey. As always, I'm completely transparent. The highs and the lows of running a small business. You've seen the highs and the lows of just being a traditional artist in this video today. So if you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. It really makes a difference. With all that being said, I will see you in the next one. God bless. Love you.